Well, it doesn't matter what day of the week it is with Newcastle United. The club always seems to be in the news. Today we have some news on the injury front. Of course, 3 players going off injured on Saturday. We've got a possible trip to look forward to the USA in the summer for pre-season. Eddie Howe's been talking after the Bournemouth game, and we will be playing in our favourite shirts for the Carabao Cup final. This is the Toon Review Daily News. Hi everybody, I'm Paul. Welcome back to the show, and we may as well start off on the injuries because that is what people are most worried about as we move forward into this week. And we'll start with Joe Willock because it seems like out of the 3 that went off injured on Saturday, it's Joe that has got the major problem. He has a hamstring strain. Reports are that he is certain to miss the Liverpool game at the weekend and possibly the Carabao Cup final. He faces a race against time really to be fit. It's a massive blow because, Joe hasn't been playing too well of late. We know that. But he is a massive player for us when he's on his game. And he's certainly one of those players that could hurt Liverpool in many, many ways. But unfortunately, it looks like we're going to be without him for the Cup final. The way the report has come across is he is certain to miss the game at the weekend against Liverpool. That is just a no-go, full stop. And then it's a race against time for him to be fit for the Cup final. Now, if it's a hamstring strain, it depends. It really does. You can have a severe strain or you can have a light strain of the hamstring. But the way he seemed to react on Saturday and the heavy, heavy strapping that was put on and the fact that he couldn't continue says to me that is quite a significant strain to the hamstring, which will take a while to fix itself. Obviously, he'll have to be very, very careful. But it's a blow for Newcastle and it's a blow to Joe Willock. Come on, I mean, he's only a kid. We all think, he's been around a while, so he should be older than what he is, but he's not. He's still a kid. And the fact that, to be told you might be injured for the Cup final, what a massive blow. He will know Newcastle and Cup finals and last time Newcastle won a Cup, and he want to be part of that team that goes out there to try and beat Manchester United in a couple of weeks' time. It's a massive blow, and I really feel for Joe Willock. But on the other hand, we've got ASM and Miggy. Now, both are expected to make very quick recoveries. Of course, Miggy had the wrist injury, which seemed to be causing him all sorts of trouble. He fell awkwardly on it and then, of course, got trod on. So we're not sure if there's a sprain or a break there. Nothing has come out. But the fact is that it's his wrist, and obviously, whether it's broken or not, players have played with broken wrists or sprained wrists or whatever it may be for years. So I don't see that forcing Miggy out, and he won't want to be out anyway. He's just got back on the goal-scoring road and will be wanting to continue that against Liverpool. Hell, we owe Liverpool a lot this weekend after what happened at Anfield. So I think a lot of players will be wanting to be part of that game. ASM as well. I mean, obviously, it looked like quite significant knee injury when he went down. He was in a lot of distress, but it looks like it might be just a jar or a little sort of strain of the knee, which isn't going to keep him out. We need Maxi, guys. Whatever people think of him, we need him in these coming games. We are down to the bare bones, and we need our best players on the pitch. And Maxi, for me, he did well at Bournemouth, did wonderfully well for the goal, really pushed us forward in the second half. So I really think that we could use Maxi against Liverpool. Look what he did to Man City. If we can get him up for the game and really give him our support, then we'll see the best of Maxi. He totally destroyed Manchester City at home. Why can't he do that against Liverpool? Get him in, get him started, and really just pick him up. Maxi thrives on that kind of attention, doesn't he? So hopefully it looks like those two will be fit. But for Joe Willock, I'm afraid it's not great news. Now, Newcastle United will be playing in the famous black and white for the Cup final. Now, it was thought that obviously with Manchester United being the home side, or classed as the home side, I mean, London's their home anyway, let's be honest, they were going to play in, obviously, the normal red. And when we played at Old Trafford away, we wore the green and white kit. Now, the green and white kit has been a bit of a voodoo this season for us. We yet to win a game wearing that kit. And certainly the last few times we've worn it, we haven't played too well either. So it's great to know that we've been given the chance to play in the black and white stripes, because I think that's what Wembley's all about. The black and white army hoarding onto Wembley, just have that massive occasion, everyone in the home shirts cheering the lads on. It's what we need to see. So I'm absolutely delighted that we're going to see Newcastle play in the black and white and not the green and white, which, let's be honest, it hasn't been a good shirt for us this season at all. Now, the build-up to the Liverpool game, Eddie Howe's been talking, and he said that the painful defeat that we suffered at Anfield has driven them on to what is now this 17-game unbeaten run. And I think it's fantastic that, he's come out and said this, because I think he's really now trying to G the players up for this weekend and remind them what happened at Anfield. Now, yes, there's a cup final a week after. We know that. But at the same time, this is huge for Newcastle. And a lot of those players will not have forgotten what happened at Anfield. Isak certainly won't have forgotten. He scored a cracking second goal, which was wrongly ruled out for offside. And, to get the goal when they did, where that additional time came from, we'll never know. And, of course, Clippity Klopp's, behaviour on the sideline as well. He'll be getting stick on Saturday. There's no doubt about it. So it's a massive, massive game. And we have to at least try and put the cup final just on that little back burner for a little bit longer, because this is a big game for Newcastle. If we can get a win over Liverpool, it just gets that confidence back. We've been through a little bit of a lull. It'll get the confidence going again, and then we'll be in a position for the cup final where confidence is high again. Get a couple of goals against Liverpool, really go at them, because let's be honest, Liverpool have not played well this season at all. And this is our opportunity to get really revenge for what happened at Anfield and, do it properly. We don't have to cheat like they did. We can win this game by just blood, guts and thunder. Let's go at them and really give them a rough time, because, they're not in great form, and neither are we, to be fair, but we're at St James's, the massive crowd getting behind us. Everyone will be up for the game, because the excitement will be there for the Carabao Cup a week later as well. So it's a massive, massive game. So you can see why Eddie's trying to just mention this and keeping the players' heads about what happened at Anfield. Now, he's also said that he's delighted with Anthony Gordon. The way he's trained, the way the substitute appearances he's been, that he's had, of course, West Ham and Bournemouth, he's come on and he's definitely made a difference. There's no doubt about that. But he has admitted that because of the way he's played in his substitute appearances, he is in contention for a start against Liverpool. Now, you would have to say which side, because I think Isak will start again against Liverpool, but then again you've got Maxi and Miggy, who have both went off injured against Bournemouth. Or is he going to change the formation? Is he finally going to say, right, Anthony, you go in the number 10 role and let's really just go for it against Liverpool? We've got a good defence, right? There's no doubt about that. Yes, they were off the game on Saturday, no doubt about that, but we are good. Those defenders are good defenders. Dan Burn is the one that is causing the worry. Defensive-wise, I'm not worried about Trippier, Botman, or Fabian Schär. So, why not give it a good go? And to put Anthony Gordon in, whether he plays in the number 10 or whether, Maxi or Miggy isn't going to be fit enough to play the game, maybe one of those he just says, right, probably Miggy. If Miggy's a slight doubt, he just say, right, Miggy, have a rest, son. Get yourself ready for the cup final. You're on the team sheet for the cup final. Just make sure he knows that, because of the way he's played. And put Anthony Gordon in. So it looks like Eddie Howe is going to have to make a decision very, very quickly on that. Now, finally, Newcastle United are going to the USA for a pre-season tournament. Now, apparently this is a round-robin set of games where there's just sort of a league table and things like that. It's not actually a semi-final and a final. Now, it's reported that it's going to be on the East Coast in Philadelphia, Atlanta, and New Jersey. They're going to be the cities that host these games. Out of the Premier League, we have Chelsea, Leeds, and Brighton are set to be involved. But there is another 2 Premier League teams unconfirmed as it stands. So who they are, we don't know. However, Leeds United, of course, that all dependent on whether they survive relegation this season. If not, then they will get another Premier League team to take part. And this is all part of Newcastle United's plans to go global. Of course, the situation was last season when they went to sort of Austria and things like that. They're going on a global scale this time. They want to expand the brand, and why not? America certainly is one of the places to do it. We've seen, you know, the Man Uniteds, the Liverpools, Chelseas, etc. of this world going out to the States in pre-season and really, really bigging up the brand, which I think is what the Newcastle owners want to do now. They want to make this a global football club, and certainly America in pre-season would be the way to start. So that could be a really good pre-season for Newcastle United and the fans as well who want to go out there and watch them. Hopefully this channel may be able to do that. So we'll see what happens come the summer, but that is really exciting news. But there you go, guys. Unfortunately, really sad news about Joe Willock. It looks like he will miss the cup final unless, a miracle happens. You know, these hamstring strains are just awful. They really are awful, and I do feel for him. Funny enough, though, there's been nothing said about Callum Wilson today. Now, you know, Eddie Howe did say on Saturday that it was just that game he was missing. It was just a very, very slight problem with his hamstring, but he's had those slight problems with his hamstrings many times. So we're just going to have to wait and see on Callum Wilson. You know, whether he's had a scan or not, I don't know. But the major worry is over Joe Willock. But let me know. Let me know in the comments what you think. Are you too bothered about Joe Willock missing because of his form lately, or do you think he's he'd be a big game player for us in the cup final and certainly could cause the Liverpool defence a lot of problems? Are you happy that we could be going to the USA in pre-season? And of course, the black and white shirts for the final. I think that's massive. I really do. And would you start Anthony Gordon on Saturday? If so, where would you start him? Let me know in the comments. But there you go, guys. That is today's Daily News. Thank you very much for watching, as usual. Please hit that like button before you close down the video. It really, really helps this channel. It does help in the algorithms, etc. on YouTube. And of course, if you're new to the channel and you like what you see, press that subscribe button. It is free to do so. It'd be fantastic to have you as part of this big family community that we have on the Toon Review. And also hit that notification bell, which will let you know when we go live, we upload, or we schedule in a show, so you never miss anything. If you're watching this on Monday afternoon, we are having a show at 8 o'clock tonight, which is going to be the half-term report. We're going to take a look at how we've done this season, try and bring a bit of positivity back to everybody, because obviously if we're talking about the season so far, it's been fantastic. So we're going to look back on the first half of the season, half-term player ratings, etc. So it should be a great show. Come and let us know what you think. Obviously, take part in the live chat and let us three know what you think of the season so far. But thank you very much for watching, guys. Enjoy the rest of your Monday. Take care.